Alright, really quick, I'm just gonna be making a small video about how to get the Raygun schematics. Um, Getting this thing took some pain and suffering. I had to build my way up in a way. So basically, I just reached level 50 and I got this. So I don't know if it's a level 50 and up thing or it just randomly happens no matter what level you're at. But I just reached level 50 and I got this. And since level 1 all the way to 50, I've been trying to do other people's YouTube videos where they're like, oh, all you do is go in, do bounties in a third tier, and then just run out, get a juggernog, uh, um, kill those bounties. And then after you kill those bounties, basically all you do is you get the ray gun when it first pops up. But literally, like, I've done so many bounties. I feel like I have the world record for how many bounties I've done. Um, but yeah, so my goal was, or my plan was, when I first started, and you have some pretty good stuff. Like when I first started, I didn't have any perks or anything like that, but I did have these rare ether tools. Make sure you bring at least one or two of these, a raw ether crystal if you have it, and then just stamina up or speed cola. If you don't have any of this, just make sure that you stick only between tier 1 and 2. Make sure that you get the schematics for these perk cans and stuff like that, because running into tier 3 literally is a death wish. Um, my first time trying to do this, even though I was stacked up and everything, I lost everything. And so, yeah, that was the pain that I had to go through. Um, but yeah, so once basically you work your way from tier 1, tier 2, back and forth from then, you have enough points. Make sure that you get to high areas inside the map and you basically glide or parachute your way into the map. Do not drive a car, do not try to get with your friends and drive a vehicle inside, or try to run around and use decoys or monkey bombs or something, because eventually those will run out. Okay, sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, so basically you're going to um, yeah, the plan is you first start with tier 1. Get as many points as you can. Do contracts. Mostly do the contracts without any AI shooting enemies. Okay? Just do the ones with zombies, which is the hold off extract, deliver their cargo, um, do the safe thing where you basically gotta hold off until the safe is complete. Um, Also for those, if it's too hard for you or if it gets too like difficult for you, you can run away, but the timer or the percentage will go down. But if you can, try to get on the roof of whatever safe or holdout you're doing, because for some reason every time I did that, the zombies would only come up where the ladder is. But if there's no ladder, you just jump up to the top. um, just prone and just lay down on the floor, because they'll try to throw like their meat at you, paws, and they can't hit you. So just basically just wait it out. Any zombies that spawn during that mission, after it's completed, they'll despawn. But any zombies that are outside that come inside to your mission area, they won't despawn. So you have to kill them. So make sure, like, if you're going into this with no like um, no weapons or no perks or anything, make sure you at least carry just a small weapon that you're basically gonna get rid of later. Um, and yeah, so basically, once you do that, you get enough points. Make sure you have about 15 to maybe 20,000. I know it sounds a lot and you don't have that much of time, but that's what I'm saying. The cargoes you can do solo. All you have to do is just get there as fast as possible without dealing enough damage. I know it sounds mostly impossible for some people, because at first it was for me. Um, but just try when you first get into the vehicle, take maybe like 3 seconds, look at your map, see your route and where you need to go, and then take that route. But be careful taking bridges or small tight corners, or small areas where like there can be AI shooting enemies, because for some reason that always happened with me. There will always be a guy with a rocket launcher, and he will shoot your vehicle and it would explode and you will instantly die. And then also too, for the people that see people plead for help, help them please, because I was one of those people that had worked from tier 3 and I had got the Wonder Waff and that new wonder weapon that makes you jump in the air or whatever, and I died with those weapons. And when I plead for help, there was a guy right next to me and ran away and went to exfil and just left me. So please, if anybody pleads for help, just help them. You know, we're all teammates here. We're not enemies. We're not competing against each other because we're all basically playing zombies. We're all teammates, you know? But enough of that. So basically, once you get enough points, try to get to a high area or a purple portal. Go to that purple portal, um, jump into it, skydive or whatever, and then immediately once you come out, deploy your parachute so that you have enough time to look at your map. You can see where you're going. First things first, go to the shop area where the you can buy the juggernaut. Buy that. Okay, you're gonna. Okay, so a lot of people are not gonna know at first. When you first go in, you're gonna interact with the box. Then you're gonna have to click on gear. You're gonna push down like 5, 6 times maybe. You're gonna push right once. You're gonna activate it, which means you're gonna equip it. Once you equipped it, bag out twice because you can't walk away or you can't, put the menu screen down automatically. You have to bag out twice, and that's another small issue that I'll always have to deal with. But also too, I think you can change your button layout to where instead of holding squares or whatever button you use to interact with, um, you can actually just push tap or toggle. Okay, so once you do that, run out. Make sure you're safe. Make sure you have enough plates. If you don't have enough plates and you're just going in with one plate, just make sure you have stamina up or something basically to as a like insurance basically as a backup. If you don't have the decoy grenades, I always recommend just using stems, because if you get to a high place and you're low on health, you could just use a stem. Don't use smoke grenades, because even though the zombies, they will stand there for maybe a couple seconds and try to figure out where you're at, they will still always know where you're at regardless when you're in the third tier. And then another thing that I bring in is Semtex. At first I didn't have these, but I used the thermites because when you throw them at a bounty or an enemy, it will stick to them and it will basically first damage their armor and then their health. So these were really like helpful, but I always recommend the Semtex or the thermites. You can use grenades, but you can't really time them perfectly to kill your enemies. You can use claymores, but it takes 3 seconds in game for some reason when you put them down for them to activate. And then throwing knives, yeah, just don't use those, because once you throw them and hit an enemy, you gotta go run and pick it up, or you know. And then proximity mines, they are helpful, but if you're in that area of the proximity mine, you'll go down too. I don't have these activated yet because I'm not level 50 or I haven't done the challenges yet. But Molotovs are good too. And yeah, Ether Shroud and the Healing Aura or the Frenzy Guard. Everything except the Frost Blast and maybe the Tesla Storm. I don't know. I haven't tried it out yet, but I mostly use just these. Um, I mean, except the Frost Blast. Um, because the Energy Mine, once it goes down, any enemies that are near you will die. Basically, every enemy that you kill will restore a portion of your armor for basically 10 seconds. I think that's how it works. And then the healing aura basically heals you. But the only thing is once you're down and you have this like kind of, you know, already full, ready to use, you can't use it. So, once you go down, that's it. So just make sure that, also too, sorry that I'm all over the place, but if you find a hospital nest, like a huge king nest or something like that, make sure you loot that hospital nest, because it has a lot of self revives. Um, my last 3 matches, not three in a row, but my last three matches on that third match, I got 6 self revives. And make sure that if you do get them, um, carry I'm sorry, carry tombstone with you. So just in case if you do die and you use your self revive kit, you know you don't have to keep using all of them. I just recommend using tombstone so that in the next match you can just get all of them back. And then also too, if you stole any, sorry, if you put anything in your backpack besides perks, the basically any of these items right here, the schematics or the acquisitions, whatever it's called, the stashes, whatever, um, they will count as XP towards your level. So just make sure that if you're gonna put self revives in here, monkey bombs, or the what are they called, the little purple things where they suck up the zombies. I keep forgetting the name. Um, but yeah, make sure that you have it equipped it here instead of up here, because for some reason it counts as XP and it just gets rid of it. Also, same thing for the ray gun. If you have it up here, like a suitcase or whatever, it will basically count it as XP instead of in your actual inventory. Um, but yeah, so once you do that, sorry for that whole entire paragraph or essay, but yeah, so once you do that, you're gonna take your juggernaut, you're gonna equip it, you're not gonna throw it yet, and you're gonna go down to your backpack and you're going to drop it. For some reason, which I'm glad it worked because I looked at someone else's video and I tried to do it at first and it didn't work. So once you do it, you're gonna drop it, and then once you see it come out of your inventory, that's when you're good to throw it. Now make sure you do not switch back to your gun, because for some reason it will not allow you to use any weapons. Your hands will like basically be empty and you can't do anything. You can interact with things, but you can't basically like shoot guns and defend yourself. So make sure you throw it down, you pick your juggernaut that you dropped back up, and then wait 10 to 12 seconds for that drop to come down. Once it comes down, go up to it and hold square. Get as close as possible to it and hold square. Once you hold square and it activates, turn around and kill the remaining zombies first and then kill your bounty. Because if you just focus on the bounty, you will take too much damage. And then once you come out of the juggernaut suit, for some reason for me, I took that amount of damage when I came out of the juggernaut suit. So, yeah. So once you kill the bounty, go up to the portal first. Don't go to anything else. Go up to the portal first. Um, See if you got the Raygun schematics. If you got perks, keep those perks so you can keep them stashed away. Or if you got ether crystals, keep those. If you didn't get the Raygun schematics, just run out of tier 3, go back to tier 1, wait for more bounties to pop up. If bounties don't pop up, go to a bounty that's nearby, activate it, and then cancel it. And then another bounty or another contract should pop up. So once you do that, just keep doing that cycle over and over again. I know it's going to get annoying. If you feel like you're stacked up on a lot of good stuff, like for instance, I had 2 self-revives, a juggernaut. I just got this large backpack, um, a lot of perks, a lot of monkey bombs, and a lot of, oh, they're called Gershes. There we go. A lot of Gershes. And don't basically like make yourself suffer and make yourself go through a lot of pain by just continuing to stay in tier 3, because from experience I had so much good stuff and I had the wonder wall, all those wonder weapons, and you will die. And even though you have 5-6 self revives, the enemies in tier 3, which they need to not buff them but nerf them, and they need to make sure that I'm stuttering. The zombies that are in tier 3, they need to slow down their speed, because if you don't have stamina, or if you do have stamina but you have a weapon in your hand, they're as fast as you and they will hit you, and they will not stop hitting you until you turn around and shoot them to where they get stunned and then turn around and run again. Okay, so I don't know if it's around level 50 thing and you get it, but that's the way how I got the Raygun schematics. You can try it for yourself. I am gonna have my here, yeah, my what's it called? My Activision ID is right there. So if you guys want to basically add me or anything, just add me, and then we can go ahead and basically run some rounds. And then if I come in with the ray gun schematics or the ray gun, I can give it to you guys, and you guys can play around with it if you want. See what you guys want to do. But yeah, that's pretty much how I got it. And um, if you guys have any questions or comments, anything about how I did this, just ask me down in the comments. And if you guys haven't already, please subscribe. You know, it's free. You know, I'm not forcing you guys to do it unless you guys are into that stuff. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace out.